Alright, on Westfield in a Tier 9 game in my T29. I found the T29 shares one very common characteristic with a Russian Tier 6 heavy tank, the KV-1S. Even when you get dropped into a much higher tier game, you don't think, oh, woe is me, I am doomed. No, you generally think, oh, that's interesting, bigger targets. Because, of course, the KV-1S, well, it's not as invulnerable as this. It doesn't have the invulnerable target license, but it has a gun that can damage anything it runs to. This one's gun isn't quite as spectacular in a Tier 9 game, but the turret is still ridiculously indestructible. And it's still an excellent hill fighting tank, so I'm actually going to roll up here and try to use the big hill here on Westfield to my advantage to allow me to rain destruction on my foes without exposing anything more than the turret of my tank. Much easier said than done, of course. This is a very steep hill. Even with a ridiculous American gun depression, I've seen this hill be the end of many tankers, usually from inside my M43 as I'm dropping big shells on them. And there is a good bunch of arty in this game, so I gotta be careful about that. Because up here is an easy place to get trapped by arty. I'll roll over this way and try and engage things down on that hill. On the flat space where they're completely exposed. This KV-5 looks like a great first target because he's paying attention to everyone who's in the town. Yeah, right to the R2-D2. Roll back. Probably re-stealth right about now, and I'm going to pick a target in the other direction so that hopefully I'll force the arty to take a couple seconds to re-aim. Now there's probably a tank destroyer waiting on this side, because this is where all the concealment is. Despite this, I'm still going to roll out here and take a risk. And oh, look, there is one. Jagdtiger 88, very nasty customer. Just a little bit to too high to go into his weak point. So I'm going to roll around again, come over this way. That was probably aimed at me by one of the enemy artillery, but the hill, because the steep slope of the hill, weirdly, it actually helps protect you from artillery fire. When they do score a hit, it's very, very painful, because they're probably going to score a direct hit, but otherwise they're not going to get much else. I'm going to continue going for that Jagdtiger, because now we've moved up here, and we have a nice shot on his side here. Bam! And now we're going to roll back off the hill again. And to this point, I happen to glance at my mini-map, because, you know, smart players remember to look at their mini-map, and I realize that pretty much all of our medium tanks and light tanks who are holding the south side have been wiped out, all except for a single M46 Patton. I'm sorry, T44. The M46 is dead. So I pointed out, and fortunately, a Tier 9, the AMX 5120, was charging back to assist in defending. I'm going to go this way to try and catch from one angle, and the T44 hopefully can spot them when they reappear. Because there's a whole slew of them coming right towards their base. There's one. It's an M46 Patton. It's very scary. Tier 9 medium. Behind is the Centurion 1. Now, first I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to move in. I'm going to shoot the Centurion 1 first. But just when in firing position, our artillery says, I've got the Centurion 1. So, okay. I'll focus on the Patton. He's worth more XP and credits anyways. Oh, he's tracked too. Nice, easy target. I start backing up to get myself back into some cover while I reload here. When someone decides to announce that they can see me. And then someone else decides to announce they can see me. I don't know what those were. The problem with taking bounces like that is you'd have no idea what the size of attacks are. But one of them could have been from the Super Pershing. Super Pershing, of course, is just as troll as I am, and its ability to just bounce shells at random. However, the M46 is gone, the T44 is gone, and here comes the last of the mediums. And there's still something up there that can see me, thanks to the Super Pershing. So he just bounced around off of me. Roll back up, see if we can do anything with the Super Pershing. Ah, his side's exposed to me. Blambo. IS-8, another one of the Tier 9s has shown up to help, so the Super Pershing is probably feeling a little outgunned right now. And with good reason. Alright, so I still have full health. I noticed there's at least 2 enemy tanks up ahead because they were shooting at me. Well, at least one, I should say. It was bouncing around off me, so I decided, you know what? We're up by 2 tanks. It's time to get aggressive. If I'm only tier 7. So I go charging down the hill. My intent is actually try to move there. Oh, there's a hit right there. So I'm definitely visible. Someone's definitely shooting at me. Whoa! Something with a very big gun just ate off 500 health. There's only 2 things that could probably do that to me. The M12, so I think that would have done critical hits, or the IS-8. I don't think... I'm guessing the IS-8's up here, and one of the things was shooting at me. There's their T-44. It's probably been camping up there, sniping. It's probably what was shooting, one of the things that was shooting me earlier. Oh, there's the M103. Isn't that delightful? Put a shot in his direction, just in hopes that maybe he'll do something. I think continue climbing this hill, not because I think it's a smart idea for me, but because the AMX needs me to spot things for him. And there's the IS-8. Appears to be withdrawing, so I decide, alright, well, there's a good shot. Bam! Right into the flank of him. Which all that does is get his attention. Because look at that. He turns and he comes straight for me.
That one didn't go through.
The next shot bounces. I do my best to turn, so I've got the strongest possible armor angle on him, but it doesn't really matter. He's gonna go right through my frontal armor. Ramming speed! Ow! Face hug. Must face hug him to death. And thankfully, the 5120 was watching the whole exchange and finishes him off. Now I go racing towards enemy cap circle. I'm sort of expecting, by the time I get there, that 5120 will be hot on my heels and able to assist in the final assault, seeing as I have 48 hit points. Pretty much anything in the world can sneeze hard at me and I'll explode. Just as long as they don't hit my hull. Yeah, if they hit my turret, I might actually live. Here we go. M103 is looking up at the Jagdtiger. Can't say I blame him.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
And we finish him off. All that's left actually is an Amex. It's a 3MX 1390 and their M12. I don't care which one it is, they're both kind of scary. So roll up to the bushes here. I'm kind of really expecting the scout just going to materialize and rip me apart with his autocannon. He'd take him only 1 shot probably, maybe 2. He might track me with the first one. I stop here in the bushes. I don't see anything. And I look back at the MX 5120. Why isn't he moving? So I try and get him to move up. But something's going wrong. He's disconnected or gotten called to the phone or had a phone call or something. So he's not moving. It's me and a Jagdtiger plus our Artie to handle these two. You think it'd be plenty, but I've only got 48 health. I know exactly what's got to be done. I've got to poke my head over here and get blown off. So Jagdtiger says, yeah, I can get him. I'm not worried about his ability to kill them. He's a Jagdtiger. I'm worried about my ability to survive it. But it's got to be done. So I roll forward. Oh, there's the M12. Shoot him. Back away. Jagdtiger finishes him. Artillery round just misses the AMX. Give him something to shoot at. Bink, he bounces off of me. And the Jagdtiger starts taking him apart. Oops. Didn't really mean to shoot right there. It's just getting excited. Boom. Jagdtiger gets him. I really can't believe I survived that. Good game, and good night.